Hi, I'm the Life Groups pastor here at Fellowship Dallas. I've been asked this morning to talk to you a little bit about the phrase, speaking truth in love. Now this is a powerful, powerful phrase written by the Apostle Paul, and we have it right here in our letter to the Ephesians. And we find it in Ephesians 4:15. And what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this morning is how we misuse this phrase, how we sometimes take this phrase and we use it as an excuse to drop truth bombs on people's life, or to convict them of sin, or to let them and tell them how it is. But you know what? I think if we look at the context of this passage, it becomes really clear what it's all about. So join with me really quick. I'm going to read in Ephesians 4, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "As a prisoner for the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all." If we look at the context of where we find this phrase, speaking truth in love, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15, we look at that context and we see there's two really important things that we have to remember. The first one is that we have to have, when we speak truth in love, we have to have a posture of worship. Now look at these key words in this part. Humility, patience, gentleness. This is our approach as we're pointing our face towards God and we're saying, I am ready to speak truth and love into somebody's life. I am worshiping you. I'm understanding I'm coming to this in a posture of humility, patience, and gentleness. It's an essential part. The second thing we need to remember is we need to have a relational mindset. This is not just about me or my power over this individual to speak truth and love. This is about creating relationship with this person, a relationship in the context of what God has done for us, in the context as we walk together in unity of the Spirit. So look at these key words: love, unity, peace. It's about building a bond. It's about bridging a gap. It's about creating relationship. And if we jump up to Ephesians 4:15, where we find our verse, and we see right here, it says, "Instead, speaking truth in love, we will grow to become, in every respect, the mature body of Him who is the head, that is Christ. From Him, the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, grows and builds itself up in love as each part does its work." Let me just tell you, when we look at this passage, the emphasis actually is not on speaking truth and love. The emphasis is on growing. It's on growing together as fellow believers in Jesus Christ. It's on this relationship, growing within the context of this posture of worship as you're looking towards God, as you're thinking about relationship, as you're growing together. And when you're growing together, you're not by yourself. You're growing. You're a bud right here. You're coming, all these people around you. You not only grow tall, but you grow deep in your connection with each other and with who God is. So when we're thinking about speaking truth and love, I want to urge you that these are the two most important things. And the third one is the thing that binds it all together, the emphasis on growth. For you math heads out there, I'm just going to give you a simple equation. And here you go. Trust over time equals truth. When you take the time to relationally invest in somebody's life, when you speak truth into that person's life, God does amazing things. But that takes time. It takes time to build relationship. It takes time to build this trust where somebody is vulnerable, where they know you're a safe place, where they know that you can be trusted with their openness and insecurity. But when that happens, It's a beautiful thing. And God sinks truth deep into individuals' lives and changes not only them, but changes you and changes your perception of how God works. At your tables, you have a few questions that I just want to urge you as we take this forward and we take this into our groups, that we think a little bit about what God can do and what God has done in our own lives when somebody's spoken truth, when somebody's given us truth in the context of a relationship, and how powerful that was for us. Thanks so much for having me this morning. God bless.